Most business owners are quietly overpaying, not because they made bad decisions, but because the tools that they chose made sense one at a time. Today, I'm going to show you what that stack actually looks like on paper, what it's costing you, and what happens when you replace it with one thing. I'm Pallen, welcome to my channel. I'm a brand strategist, and on this channel I share tools and thinking behind building a smarter, leaner business. For today's video, I'm partnering with Airwallex, a platform that I've covered before on this channel, and I recommend it. This particular video isn't just a walkthrough, but more a comparison, because Airwallex sent me something that stopped me in my tracks, and I think you need to see this. This is what the typical financial infrastructure for a growing business looks like. To accept payments, you might be on Stripe or Adyen. To hold funds in multiple currencies, you're probably using Wise Business or Revolut Business. To send payouts, you're back to those tools or a traditional bank. For billing, Zuora or ChargeBee. For spend management, Ramp or Brex are most common. Each of those companies is worth billions, which tells you two things. One, those are real, legitimate tools. And two, a lot of businesses are paying for all of them separately. What I want to show you today is what it looks like when one platform covers the entire thing. Let's start where the money comes in. If you've ever set up Stripe, you know it's powerful, but you're also aware that payment processing fees add up fast, and international transactions come with extra costs layered on top. Here's how Airwallex handles the same thing. We'll start on the dashboard. We'll come back to this screen in a moment. We're actually going to head to payments. And this landing page, before I even click get started, tells you everything you need to know right away. Airwallex lets you accept card and local payment methods in over 180 countries. You can see some of the big names here: PayPal, Apple Pay, Klarna, Afterpay, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Union Pay, SEPA, Ideal. And that's just what fits on screen. There are over 160 supported methods in total. And if you want to see the full list, Airwallex has a dedicated page where you can browse every supported payment method by region: Global, APAC, EMEA, and North America and LATAM. Scrolling through each quickly so you can get a sense of that scope. Think of it this way: when customers see their preferred payment option at checkout in their own currency, that removes friction. And less friction means better conversion rates. That's the whole idea here. I also like that you can search by payment method or customer region, which is really useful when you're setting up for a specific market. And you'll notice the fee structure is listed right alongside each method. Everything is transparent upfront. Now, back inside the dashboard, I want to show you something that is pretty awesome, something called like-for-like settlement, which is available across more than 20 currencies. Instead of Airwallex automatically converting your customer's payment into your home currency and taking a cut in the process, you receive the funds in the same currency they paid in. Those forced FX conversion fees are one of the quiet margin killers for global businesses, and this eliminates them. On the integration side, you're not locked into one setup. You can accept payments through Shopify or WooCommerce plugins. You could send a simple payment link. You can also use a no-code hosted checkout or build a fully customizable flow through Airwallex API. Whichever route you choose, the checkout itself can be fully branded to match your business, so the experience stays seamless for your customer all the way through. Now, here's where things get interesting for anyone running a business that touches more than one currency, like me. Wise and Revolut are extremely popular, exactly because traditional banks are terrible at this, but here's what Airwallex does instead. Now, let's look at global accounts, and this is where Airwallex really separates itself from a traditional bank. I'm going to open a new global account, and the thing to know is that you can do this in minutes without needing a legal entity in that country. So you can choose from more than 20 currencies: US dollars, British pounds, euros, Australian dollars, and more, and each one comes with real local bank details for that market. This is not a workaround, not a virtual IBAN that gets routed through somewhere else. It is actual local bank details. Now, what that means in practice is that you can receive funds the same way a local business would across more than 70 countries. In the US, that's ACH, in the UK, BACS, across Europe, SEPA, and because you're using local payment rails, there's no SWIFT fees and no intermediary banks taking a cut along the way. As one example, opening a global account in the Netherlands gives you local bank details that work across all EU markets, which is why that 70+ number is as high as it is. Now, once funds come in, they sit in your multi-currency wallet. There's no forced conversion, as I mentioned earlier. You hold what you earn in the currency it arrived in, and you convert it when the rate or the timing actually works in your favor, not when the bank decides to do it for you. And when you convert, you're getting interbank FX rates across more than 60 currencies. These are the rates that banks use with each other, not the marked up rates you'd normally see as a business customer, whether that's a traditional bank or even some of the fintech tools out there. On the sending side, transfers to more than 120 countries are free and arrive instantly or same day using Airwallex's local payment rails. If you need to reach somewhere beyond that, SWIFT transfers are available to more than 200 countries. Those SWIFT fees do apply, and delivery speed depends on the SWIFT network. And if you're paying multiple people at once, batch payments let you send up to 1,000 recipients in a single go with full rate transparency before you commit to anything. Team spend is where things get messy fast. Cards issued on one platform, expenses tracked on another, receipts chased over tools like Slack. Ramp and Brex built whole companies around solving this. Here's Airwallex's version built into the same platform you're already using for everything else. Now I'm in the cards dashboard, and this is where you manage every card your business uses, broken out right here into all cards, company cards, employee cards, with full spend summary for each. To create a new card, I'll hit that button in the top right, and then this is one of those things that sounds small until you've had to wait 2 weeks for a bank to mail you a card. You can issue virtual or physical cards instantly for the business itself or any team member. There's no separate approval process required. Each card connects directly to your Airwallex multi-currency wallet, so whether your team is running ad campaigns in US dollars, paying a supplier in euros, or traveling internationally, the card handles the currency conversion at near interbank rates. And there are no international transaction fees on top of that. You also get granular control over how each card is used. You can set spend limits, restrict which merchant categories the card works for, and build approval workflows. So you might have a monthly cap on your ad spend card, a travel-only card for a specific employee, or maybe a handful of dedicated cards just for your AI and software subscriptions. Basically, however your business is structured, the controls can match it. And if something looks off, you can freeze, unfreeze, or cancel any card in real time right from this dashboard. You don't have to call the bank. You don't have to wait on hold. Finally, on the expense side, employees can snap and submit receipts directly in the app, and those receipts get matched automatically to the right transaction. The back office is usually the last thing anyone wants to deal with, and the first thing that creates problems if it's not set up right. This is where Airwallex closes the loop on the whole stack. Last one, and this is the part that usually gets ignored until it becomes a problem. I'm in the bills section, and this is where vendor invoices, approvals, and payments all live together. At the top of the page, you can connect your accounting software, so Xero, NetSuite, QuickBooks, for example. And from that point on, all of your bill data syncs automatically, so there's no double entry or manual exports. You can also enable email forwarding, so invoices that land in your accounts inbox show up here automatically, ready to review. And then bills move through clear stages: submission, approval, and payment, so nothing gets stuck waiting on someone. To add a new bill, that's really easy. Click here, upload the invoice, fill in the vendor and line items, and either save as a draft or submit. About a minute, start to finish. It works the other way too. You can send invoices from the same dashboard. Your customer pays online, and funds land straight into your multi-currency wallet. Reminders and reconciliation handled in the background. So let's come back to that graphic. Each one is a contract to log in, a fee structure, a support team to deal with when something goes wrong. Airwallex is one platform that sits across all of those categories instead of having one tool for invoicing, one for payments, one for cards, and another for bill pay. Airwallex gives you all of that in one place, from how you bill customers to how you pay suppliers and manage team spend. It is your whole financial back office in one stack. And for a growing business, that's not just a convenience, it's a real operational advantage. Fewer tools means less room for things to fall through the cracks and fewer fees quietly compounding in the background. Over 200,000 businesses are already using it. I've linked to it below using my affiliate link, so check that out and let's see how it fits into your setup. Let me know in the comments, how many tools are you currently using to manage your business finances? I'm curious how that number varies varies, and I'll be replying down there to each and every comment. If this is useful, hit like, helps more people find this video, and helps me continue to make content like this for you. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm Pallen. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.